Are we streaming? Yes, we're streaming. Okay, yes. All right. Hi. All right. Brilliant. How's everyone going? Bye. Go. Yes, okay. So, I've been trying to get the armor stand book and it's not really working, but that's another thing for a later time, so we don't have to deal with that right now. And today time, what we're going to be working on is our ceiling, because right now it's kind of not really happening. It's kind of flat. And I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll put on another border like what we did between the, what's it called? Layers. Hey, Toasty Toes. Hey, waiter. Between the, floors. That's it. That's what it's called. The floors. And we can go ahead. And put a big wide thing in. And then we can have a low incline roof with a inset. So we can show off some more lovely green. And then we can put on some sort of roof pattern. I think that'll look good. And I'm thinking that we'll go with cut viridium. So then it'll match in with everything else. And, oh, that's polished cut viridium, which won't really work in with everything else. Can we put that in there? Will it let us? No, it won't. Hey, waiter. And I think by doing that, we'll actually get what we need. So, if we go ahead and let's first grab the rest of the blocks. If we don't grab the rest of the blocks, we'll actually end up in troubles later on. Hey, Splay! How you doing? Actually, how's everyone doing? Here we go. We need some of this. Here we go. Perfect. And then... Well, you've been seeing it go and happen. Welcome to the nosiness. So I figured if we go ahead and we make the edging at this point, it gives us room to work with in between. Pop, 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 pop. And this means that we'll be able to have some flexibility on what's actually happening. And we'll actually have to cover in this bit over here for each of these areas, just in case. We're also going to have a lot of this area that we may have to come back and light up, but that's a future spelling problem, so we don't have to worry about that right now. And basically, I figure if we do all of this, yeah, we can have a diagonal like that. I think this should be good. It means that basically we'll be able to have it match down below to a point without it actually being too much of a problem. This is the correct amount of blocks. And basically, it should, because we're getting so far from the ground. If we go down here, it doesn't actually need to be as detailed this far away. Like, we could bring it out one more, and that would still look good. But I don't think we need to. If that makes sense? I think it does. Sort of. Maybe. Yeah. And in the latest of the Iliad drama, or otherwise known as Homer's Odyssey, Odysseus has finally made it home to the land of Ithaca, his homeland. And something I'm really noticing with this story is the fact that everything is solved by the gods. Is it a problem? Yes. Then the solution is given to them by the gods. Is it a problem created? Oh, well, actually the gods created that problem. Is it a problem that mortals can solve? Well, yes. But again, the problem is solved because the gods gave them that idea. And did the mortals get into this problem? Yes. Because they messed up. Because you'll never guess why. But it's because they pissed off the gods. And it's really interesting seeing this cyclical type nature happening in the storytelling. Like, it's not something that would ever fly in modern storytelling. But in what's happening here, it kind of works. Like, you have Athena popping up here, there, and everywhere being like, yes, I have always supported you, Odysseus. Can you not see that I have supported you? I've been always here. And he's just like, you're such a schemer. Oh, why couldn't we have just taken the easy route? Which, honestly, on one hand, these people don't really feel like characters when that happens from a modern point of view. But from a more, I'd honestly call it a, I'm not sure what kind of view I'd call it, but a curiosity point of view. It's like peeking into a place that doesn't really exist in a living format anymore. And granted, I could be exactly wrong on this, that it doesn't exist in a living... Wait, why do I hear zombie? A zombie is a bad sound. Especially here. No, bad zombie. Anyway. And so, it's really interesting. You hear all of these... Hey, book! And so, getting the whole way of it actually coming through. This is not where we need to put this. We need to put this further back. Oh, no, we do. Oh, I'm tricking myself. This is supposed to be here. This is supposed to be here. And we're putting a inset in here. Aha. We have not tricked ourselves. We have got this planned out perfectly. And I'm slightly worried about that zombie sound. But we will ignore it for our own sakes. Okay, we got 3 and 3. And anywho. The Iliad. So, with all the gods popping up and being like, yes, we are the cause of this guy's troubles. 2 and then 3. It's like, Does this guy have any say in his journey? What made me want to read the Odyssey? Initially, it was actually Technoblade. I am a huge fan of Technoblade. And, when he died, I wanted to look for something that was like, yeah, and then when I saw that, yeah, Techno never dies, and when I saw that the Odyssey was on Spotify, I was like, yeah, I'll read that. I'll listen to that while I build. Because I also really like Greek mythology. And I've always ingested Greek mythology, listened to it, and stuff like that in more of a oral form, like having it integrated into other things. We can't have this start this low because of how these are. That's going to be a problem. We're going to need to lift this entirety thing up. So listening to it and listening to the viewpoint of these people that are long dead, and how these lessons are something that have been passed down. That actually sounds like a zombie villager. It's going to be a zombie villager. Okay, we're good. Is actually really cool to me. Is that zombie villager in here? Okay, no zombie villager. But having for me, I think stories like this. Seriously, where is that zombie? Having stories like the Iliad, the Odyssey, that have made it through the centuries and stuff are really awesome. And I think stories that pass through the ages of time, they're even more important because they're things that immortalize the writers, the characters, and things like that. Like, and did we leave a hole in here somewhere? You know what? This is not something that I'm going to be doing today. I'm not ripping my build apart just to look for... We might be ripping the build apart today just to look for a single zombie. But the immortalization of one's words, thoughts, and deeds is, I think, the best thing, the peak of human civilization. And the fact that we have the ability to do that as people, I think that's amazing. And the fact that one of my Minecraft heroes has had the opportunity to, like, I know it's complete coincidence that we have both enjoyed Greek, stuff. Greek mythology and things. But I think that's been awesome. And yeah. So there you go. The Iliad. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And it's also really interesting because, like, I learned a fun fact a couple of days ago that apparently the mythological. Oh, funnily enough, I can tell you the premise. Also, the mythological. Apparently, the mythological founder of Portugal is apparently Odysseus. Basically, the premise of the Iliad, Homer's Odyssey, is that on the way back, we missed some of these windows. Let's just slap some of these on. Basically, on the way back from Troy, Odysseus's ship and his crew basically angered the gods, and the gods were like, you know what? You're going to learn a lesson. So you're going to sail back home the long way. And they were just like, why? We don't want to do that. Please don't make us do that. And the gods were like, yeah, nah, you're going around the long way. So they went sailing, and then they met a lot of different islands with a lot of different things, and they went sailing for like 10 years. Oh, they were away from their homeland, Ithaca, for 10 years. That's including the Battle of Troy. And this is important because for Odysseus, he left his family, and when he left his family, he had a child. Yeah, a little baby boy, and we need get out of that. We need, what do we need? We need some walls. Wait, can we get? Yes, we can. This is great. And so when they go sailing, can we even see that? Yeah, we can, sort of. When they go sailing, they meet all sorts of islands, and one of the islands they meet is the island where there is a Cyclops. And the Cyclops is like, yes, you may sit at my fire and eat some of my food. And this is something that is reinforced on a regular basis, that if you sit at someone's fire and are invited to eat their food, then you are basically safe. They're not going to kill you, and you're not going to kill them. But the Cyclops is like, ha ha ha, I have trapped you. You're not going to go anywhere, and we want one. Let's go there. And then, basically, they're trapped on the island. And I'm sure if anyone's read Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters, it's the same Cyclops. Because the Cyclops ends up getting blinded, and because they end up sticking one of those, they end up sticking a big long stick in his eye. And that's the end of him. Except for the fact that to avoid getting eaten, Odysseus goes, and I forget the name he exactly calls himself, but he names himself the equivalent of nobody. So that when anyone would ask who blinded him, it was nobody. That was the only name that the Cyclops could give. So Odysseus was a planner, which is the main thing that comes up all the time. Odysseus is a witty planner. Yeah. So that's where the story of nobody did it came from. And basically, we put one Yeah, right? Better check that. Not entirely sure. But unfortunately, Odysseus decided it was a great idea. Okay, we put one on the next one over. Odysseus, on the way out, when they were running away from the Cyclops, the man-eating Cyclops, he decided it was a great idea to antagonize him and tell him his real name, because Cyclopses are the sons of Poseidon. That's the dude that basically owns the waves, owns the sea, is lord of the sea, and will basically have the say-so on whether you actually get to sail home. So he goes and is like, haha, I am not nobody, I'm Odysseus. Haha, guess what? I was the one that blinded you. My wit was the one that let me do so. Ha! You can imagine how well that goes down. And so, when the ship is out of range, the Cyclops goes and makes prayers to Poseidon and is like, look, this Odysseus dude, he's a total jackass. He went and blinded me, even though all I wanted to do was eat him. Can you just make sure he never gets home? And Poseidon's like, yeah, that's just a little thing. That is a small little thing I can do for my favored child. Sure, no problem. So Poseidon makes sure that they never get home, or organizes it so that they never get home. With the torches here, that will make sure that there's no light, right? Oh, I hope so. Yeah, total dumbass maneuver. 10 out of 10. Claps all round. So, then from there, basically, remove that. He goes ahead and then goes sailing and ends up in all sorts of troubles. We go ahead and we add one block out this way. We'll be able to have a bit of an overhang. And he ends up tossed and turned with all of his crew, and he loses most of them along the way. But one of the isles he ends up on, by the time he has about half of his crew, is the island of Circe. And she is the goddess of magic. And Circe is like, I have half your crew and I turn them into pigs. Because for some reason in the story, pigs are the thing that people get turned into. Because it comes up a couple of times that no one wants to be a pig. I mean, I can't blame them. Who would want to be turned into a pig? I mean, I think out of all the farmyard animals, I think I'd rather be a sheep, because then you just get shorn, and you're much more valuable to be shorn rather than eaten. But anywho, this guy is like, Sis, can I please just like get my crew back? I'll be good. I'll just like hang out with you. I'll be the best person you've ever wanted. Yeah, sheep are really fluffy and cute. They're really nice, right up until they start headbutting you, and then you're like, I regret everything I've ever done. And so basically, the Circe is like, I don't trust you, but you are hot. So Circe is like, sure, you can stay. And she makes a deal with him that he has to stay and keep him. And he's like, fine, I'll stay and be kept. And he becomes basically Thyrsa's sugar daddy for a year. No! Why is it raining? Oh, at least we have our lovely yellow umbrella. I finally found the lovely umbrella. It looks so pretty. I've missed the yellow umbrella. And then, for after a year and a day, so this is going on 11 years they've been away. Odysseus goes to the crew, who got turned back into humans as part of the deal. And it's just like, yeah, we can go. And they're like, yeah, but some of them have been too drunk for too long and fall off buildings. Not even joking. And so they don't get to go home. And so basically, even more crew get left behind. Yeah! Basically, at every island they stop off at, more crew get bumped off. It's like a horror movie, but instead of being the last girl standing, you're the last crew member to not make a dumb decision. And in fact, it gets to the point where at the last island they stop off on, what is it? Odysseus had been warned by Thyrsa that there is a very specific thing that you must not do. And at this point, they had like half the crew, if that. And Odysseus had been warned, don't touch the cows. They belong to the sun god Helios. And he's like, okay, crew, don't touch the cows. They belong to Helios. So, what do the crew do? They get hungry. They're like, these cows look great. We're going to eat one. Bro. So, basically, that was the end of the crew. And then, wait, is that my gold? Yeah, not smart, crew. 10 out of 10, not smart. I've been looking for this gold for quite some time. Do we have any more endstone left? Oh, I think we might have to go drilling for endstone. Yeah, 10 out of 10. It's a good read. Or listen, depending on how you go. It took me a while to get used to the pros because it has a timber and a repetitive nature to it. Because, like, everything is like, these winged words she told me, or no, it's not she told me, she addressed me. I think I am out of... Oh, we have a little bit more. Okay. I think we may need to go to the end and go drilling for endstone. Yeah, this is pretty good. I don't normally look at my view count because I find that if I don't look at my view count, then it's kept pretty, I find myself much more chill. And yeah. Yeah, Norse mythology has some pretty wild stuff about it. I haven't dove too deeply into Norse mythology. I've tended towards Egyptian mythology in the past. And especially with the whole Set and Isis thing. Like, yeah? Boom. Oh. Yeah, like Norse practices are quite interesting from an outside perspective. And yeah, we are now completely out of endstone. I believe we are completely out of endstone. Hello, animals. No problem. See a book. We are out of endstone. Okay, so we have a drill. We put it over there. Oh no, that really sucks. Oh, that really sucks. We just need. Don't blow up the machine. Yeah, having that despawn really not great. Okay, we got the cow backpack. Because in the cow backpack we have all sorts of things that we can go and make a drill with, which means we'll be able to... I don't like the thunder. Okay, so let's just double check that we've got everything we need in here. We have all our drills. We have our wheel. We have a speed wheel. We need a large cog wheel. We'll just steal the thing from there. And I think that'll make life easier. Because if we steal the stuff from there, then we'll be able to just go and it all out. Okay, so we just need all of those fans. Bro! Wait, have you got thorns on? Did they have thorns? Oh well, doesn't matter. Can we get up? Oh, yeah. This machine is going to be for making potions automatically. And basically, once we put all these sails back, we're going to be able to put basically fermented spider eyes in here. Golden... What are they called? They're not golden carrots. They're golden... Whatever the other golden fruit things are. And then... No, we put netherwort in here and fermented spider eyes in here, making us potion of harming. And so once we're done with the potion of harming, we get potion of harming that we can squirt out into whatever we want. Because when we squirt out the potion of harming, wait, just take out some of those. We did. Okay, there we go. From there, we can squirt it out however we want, especially onto netherrack, which gives us gunpowder. Ta-da! Machines are awesome. And it means we'll get unlimited gunpowder. Okay, we got a large cogwheel, a rotational speed controller. I think we can steal the rest. We just need one of these. And one of those, okay. And we need the glue. Yeah, it is. All we need to do is feed the blazes on a regular basis. Aren't they so cute? They're just so wholesome. And then it all pumps into here. And we can do this with any kind of potion that we want. Yeah! They just float there. And I think... No, we've got more blazes in our other backpack. In the cow backpack. Okay, so if we go ahead and grab the cow backpack. Oh, we just need the pulley. We need that. And we need that. And the super glue. Please be in here. Okay, it's in there. We're sorted. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. And now if we grab a bunch of spare backpacks to carry our stuff, we can go to the end. Which I don't think we owed. Rockets. We should not forget the rockets for going to the end, because honestly, that place really, really requires rockets. No problem. See you. Okay. Where are we? The end. The end. The end. End. Bottom. So if we go ahead and we do. Oh, good luck on that bibliography. 10 out of 10. I do not envy you. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I think headphones are unwired headphones is like having them die is probably one of the main reasons why I prefer wired headphones, because then you actually still have the hope of having sound all the time, in theory, but then you still have to deal with the cords. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I just did that. End portal, go. Near the portal, go. This isn't a near the portal. Wrong portal. Okay, we need to go this way. I believe it's this way. Yes, there we go. That's what we're looking for. Alley up. Please don't land in the portal. Thank you. If we don't land in the portal, everything's going to be fine. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, wires in the gym really wouldn't work. That's a good point. I considered that. I'm not really a gym going person, so it's like, okay. So if we just take off and then we find a spot where I don't think we'd deliberately go to. If we just check the map and I'm pretty sure if we just started digging over here, we'd be fine. Because our end's pretty ripped up. I mean, look at this. And I think at some point we really should start looking at these ships. But I think that's a later problem. Drills. Boom, boom. So the whole idea of these is you slap them down, you turn them around, and if you're smart about it, you slap them down the right way the first time. And basically, if you let them rip, then you get the materials. It'd even be smarter if you actually brought the barrels to collect the materials in. Because I'm genius, forgot this thing. Please, 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 please. Okay, we have forgotten such a thing. Okay, new plan. We have one of two options. We can either go and raid one of these end cities and hope for the best. Maybe they will have something. We can stick down shulker boxes. We do have one shulker box. Oh dear. Oh dear. I should have seen this coming. Nothing in there. Because we can't stick these down. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Or we can head back. Which, not ideal, but is doable. Here we go. So I'm kind of leaning towards the second because it'll be easier to get the items. Okay, let's do the second one. Oop, oop. There we go. Can't believe we run out of stuff this quick. Ah, and here I was saying that so earlier. Okay, and 2, 2, 1. We'll remove that. And we'll leave those there for now, as long as these show up. Please show up. Okay, they show up. So we could almost just fly straight to spawn. But I think if we fly back the other way and then go grab our thing, we should be good. Oh, but if we fly towards the house, then we'll be able to get the one that has... What's it called? I forgot what it's called. The trapdoor on it, because we don't actually have any thing. I think it's up here or along here. There. Brilliant. If we go through this one, we should be good. Coming through. Bingo. We really should bring trapdoors more often. So useful. Okay. New plan. Unless we've got any wood here. Enough wood for like 4? We do not. Okay, that is a pitiful amount of wood. Okay, new plan. We head back to base. We jump into the portal like right now. Oh. Okay, wood. Would be up here, and we grab some wood. We grab some, what are they called? We stick them together, and then we are organized. And once we have those, then we'll be able to make our... It's a something. It's a very big something. Our drilling platform that can go down and grab all of the things that we actually need. There we go. Those are the words that we need. And then, all the chests, thanks. We will be set. End portal. Boom. Off we go. And away. Wait. So we should be able to, if we zoom out. There. That's where we're headed. We're set. We're organized. We are smooth. We have this planned. All right. As long as we don't look at an Enderman again. I'm not sure how we looked at the Enderman before. I'm not sure if we summoned something or what. I'm pretty sure that Enderman over there, that's the one we made mad. We don't want to make Enderman mad. Especially when we don't have a shield. But then again, the shield is a me problem. I don't think I ever got used to holding shields. Where did we go? There we go. And I kind of think, on one hand, I really like how the end beacon things work. But on the other hand, it's always such a pain to get into them. It's like, do you get a trapdoor? Do you not get a trapdoor? Do you go these places or those places? It's like, what? Oh, drills! I see you. I see you. Hello. Coming in, hut. Land. Skills! Do we have them? Yes, we do. Only sometimes, though. I'm pretty sure the other times my skills just run and hide and pretend I don't exist because I am an embarrassment. Okay, so we need to go with the rope pulley. That goes out here, and then this connects to here, and then this goes here. And what that does is it transfers power and makes it go fast. technically we should be putting one of these in, but I'm not entirely sure. We have a bit of stone. Does this work? Please work. Please say you work. I don't think it works. Okay, new plan. Does blackstone work? I forgot to bring a lever. You know what? We can actually scroll this down the other way, and I'm sure that will do the trick for us instead. Perfect. It's fine. It's lovely. It's dandy. Okay. Boom, boom. Now we need to stick the chests on. What those will do is they will collect all of our lovely loot. It doesn't really matter what direction we put them in or anything like that. I don't think... It's never really seemed like it mattered. Put one of those on. And one of these. And now we wonder wait, is that the sails? Yes, those are the sails. We're good. Boom, boom, boom. It is an illegal placement. And frankly, I don't think we need too many of these, but why do these guys always insist on walking in front of people? I'm not sure if that's a thing that they like doing or if they just like causing people distress. Okay, that's too far. That's too... Oh no, that's not too slow. What that's doing is we forgot to glue things. The super duper gluey thing. What? And now we come along. And we go stick. Now we go stick. Everything is sticking. We are good. And now we do the main event, and we go and turn this up as far as we can. And watch it go! Bye, Enderman! Hope you enjoy the ride! We can probably turn this up faster. Okay, all the way. Aha! So much fast! We are winning! This is where it's at. Okay. So while that's doing that, I figure... Oh, we can't actually go out of range of it, which is a pity, because otherwise I'm pretty sure we might have done this one. We might not have, which is a pity. Otherwise that would have been really cool. But we can supplement it. On the subject of mythology and things like that, I think one of the cool parts of mythology is looking at how mythology goes ahead and shapes what's known about the culture around it. And the fact that when you look at the culture around it, you end up realizing that the mythology and the culture have had a push and pull effect on it. So that, yes, while one culture may have had legends of very strong warriors, you'll find that in their culture, it usually meant that they preferred brawn over brains. And we are now at the bottom. So we can pull that up and we will have all the materials we want. That was the wrong way. We screwed that up. We screwed it up. Where is the... Where is... Oh, let's just do it this way. It's going to make life so much easier. So this is going to spin and it is going to go up so very fast. Hey, buddy. Did you enjoy the trip? Okay. We have a free pearl. This is good. We are going to have so much endstone. Like, in New Zealand, a lot of the stories are based around hunting. Like, Maui. He doesn't tend to beat his opponents with speed or, well, he beats them with speed, but he doesn't beat them with strength. He's not the strongest person in the room. He's not the quickest person in the room. He's the smartest person in the room. Patu, he's the youngest, smallest brother. And he's still the hero of the story. And it tells you a lot about what is valued, I think. And I think it's also important to have a look and see what your culture's history is about. And if you're not actually able to access that, then what's the word? See what you can learn, even if it's not specifically your bloodline's history, then the area that you live in's history, because I think sometimes that's just as important. And because even though myths may or may not happen, or may or may not happen, I think things like that are very valuable teaching tools to many generations. And things like that, they hold a different form of impact to those who read it in different times. Why do I always get slowness when I come to this place? I don't understand. So we need to go this way, I believe. Did we pick up our rockets? Oh no, I think we packed up our rockets. Okay. So, I think, why don't we just have a short little detour and have a look at those? And then we can head out, and what is that sound? Okay, that's not coming through the microphone, so we're fine. Yep, we are heading in the right direction. Fingers crossed, these have not actually been looked at. Oh, cool. That really isn't coming through. Oh, actually, I think these have been looked at. I think I stuck my nose into this. And then flew by and away. Yeah, I think... Oh, but we need a brewing stand, so let's just yoink that. And pretend we were never here. Yep, we've been here. Okay, we're good. We're good. Ta-da for now, shulkers! You'll never know I was here! I think we need to go this way. Yep, this is correct. It's such an alien landscape. I mean, look how high up this stuff generates. I love it! Like, there's even some random blocks just floating. Hello, random blocks. Oh, enter gateway. We'll use that one. Hello, gateway. Can I just... Ooh. That did not work. Never mind. Yoink. And we're through. Okay. So now we've got all of that, we can actually get onto the roof. Oh, oh. I'd love to know how that happens. And through. Perfect. So I'm kind of thinking that once we get all of this, please don't rain, because I think I've put my umbrella in somewhere funny. And if we have our umbrella in somewhere funny, that we're going to end up with rain going everywhere and we are going to melt. That's the whole problem with having no roof. I do like Terralith terrain. Like, having all of these cliffs and mountains and things, it's great. The only problem with it is every time I've gone underground, I keep running into Skulk, and I don't know what to do about it. It's just like Skulk City. And like, oh my goodness. It's insane. Alright, we are almost there. Feeling Express coming over the hills right now, and honestly, using this many rockets, it is a lot of fun. Do I regret ever using this many rockets? No. No, I do not. Awesome. And Spieling Express has landed at the build site. Please keep your hands and feet inside the vehicles at all times. Wrong backpack. Did we use the hay backpack for this? Yes, we did. Okay. So let's just make up a whole bunch of these. I don't think we're going to need the others, but that should be enough. And our brolly. Never leave home without it. Otherwise, we're going to be running into problems. So, basically, now that we've got all this sorted, we should be able to get on to the rest of our roof. Finally. So now, what I'm thinking is that we've got this, and we should be able to go like that. And with a 3, and then up 3. Boom. So we'll copy that. Boom, boom. 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 We got 1, 2, wait, 1, 2, 3. How is it every time I do this I miscount? Counting is pain. Okay. We want there. And then we want that gone. Let me up. Please let me up. Okay. Don't want that, and we don't want that. Because we want just a fine line across this. Okay, perfect. And then along here, we want just a fine line across this. So 1, 2, 3, perfect. And then too many holes to deal with. There we go. Lovely, looking good. That is exactly what we want to see. Perfect. So at this sort of angle, I think we're going to reach the idea of what we want. And what we can do later on is actually make it thicker like so. But I don't really want to do that right now, just in case we like the look of it. And what we can even do is if it starts looking like it's going to be too big, we can even just even it out and make it flat. 1, 2, 3. 3. Okay, is that the same height as each other? Like, I could even, like, bringing it off here, I think would look pretty good. What do you guys think? Like, I think it's good. Oh. Remove that. Here we go. And then one more, and we should be good. So, basically, yeah, there we go. And that should be our roof shape. And what we can do now is we can finally take our green from in here. Come on. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I put a single entryway? We can grab our viridium. Where did we put? We put our cut viridium somewhere. This is not good. That's not it. Oh boy. The hunt is on. Oh dear. You know what? It might actually be easier to go and cut some more viridium and leave it at that. Yeah, let's just cut a whole bunch more viridium and leave it at that. Then we'll cut some of these. And that'll make our life so much easier, rather than trying to fiddle with everything. If we go up here, and what we're going to be doing is we are going to be putting these in one block deeper than everything else. So like so, and then, please let me up. Thank you. And while this isn't going to be a big showy thing, it is going to just be enough to actually have a bit of a look. So if we back up, and ta-da! We have the green! We have the green, the yellow, the black, and everything just contrasting beautifully. So, now we need to do the rest of the viridium. Alley-oop. I'm actually getting good at throwing these pearls. I can't believe it. I used to avoid pearling anywhere because I'd never end up where I wanted to pearl. So this has actually been a great learning experience. Wonderful. Although I'm really not sure where the green has gone. We do that and we do this. That should give us enough viridium to go across there everywhere. Should be enough. Should be fine. Up we go. Okay. Oh, that's a bit too far, thank you. We just need to remove that and that. Brilliant. And I'm kind of thinking we should be able to eventually have it so that everything just merges and looks generally really good. And we could have possibly, like on one hand, we could leave the roof as is. But on the other hand, I'm a little worried that things will start spawning on the roof and that won't be ideal. And please, can we go down this hole? Thank you. You're not so great at going down the hole. It's not ideal. But then again, we've never been... I can't lie, we have been hole people. Okay, we have the green. Now we can do the rest of this and then bring it over to the other side. And it'll be great. That's the wrong block. Oh. This is out to get me. What? What have I misplanned here? What have I done wrong? Oh. I should have seen that coming. I should have really seen that coming. Let me guess. Oh, yeah, oh. That is a very smart maneuver. Okay, new plan. We are actually going to have a green stripe that comes not to there. We're going to stop it there. And the green stripe is going to come all the way along there so it actually matches and hides the fact that we are having problems with the rest of this roof. Because if you can't deal with your problems, hide them. This is bad life advice from Spelling Mistake. Yep. At least I think it's bad life advice. Please don't follow it. There we go. And then if we remove that one, then we can just go ahead and slap those in. Brilliant. And it's not as if many people are going to be up on the roof. Unless we're flying by. If we're flying by, then we're going to see this whole mess and we'll be like, yep, that happened. But on the bright side, from the outside, it's actually going to look really good, and then we'll be like, yeah, that looks good. And when a build looks good, a build looks good, and there's nothing that can be done about having a build that looks good. You gotta sacrifice so much, because it's worth it. I mean, everyone knows you sacrifice for a build to be worth it, right? I mean, when you're passionate about something, and it's totally worth it to go ahead and move as much as you can to get the result that you need. Whether it's scores for school, or the job you want, or anything like that. I think it's worth it to go and move heaven and earth if you're really super passionate about something. Because things like that, they're worth working for and sacrificing things for. Granted, when it comes to sacrificing things, it's always a matter of weighing up your options. Because otherwise you end up going in whole hog and then coming out the other side going, wait, was it ever worth it? And if you're not able to definitively go, yes, it was worth it. It was absolutely worth it. Then I don't think it's really worth it to jump in whole hog. It's much better to go ahead and plan things. But again, the ability to stop and consider is something that is built up with time, I think. So we need the line about here, right? 1, 2, 3. Then we go up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? That's right. Yeah. Because if you end up jumping into, like, seeing something and being like, yes, I want to do that. And then you jump in. And you don't consider that, oh, there are many other things. Wait, why is that a 4? Oh, I did it again. Okay, that's actually a small fix. So let's just fix that up before things get too crazy. If you go ahead and you jump in, whole hog, then you don't get the chance to pause and consider before you actually make the decision. And I think that's something that actually social media and stuff is a bit detrimental for, because of the whole nowness of it. Okay, I think 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have it all lined up. And when it's very now, it strips you of the ability to, or it strips you of the easy ability to step back and go, but wait, let me rationally think this through with my logical brain. And instead, it very much pushes someone to rely on the fact that they have an emotional brain, and the emotional brain is the one that ends up making the decisions. Basically, your fight or flight reflex is the one, if we were putting it into those sorts of terms, to make the decisions. And, well, let's put it this way. Lizard brain go burr. I don't think lizard brain is amazing at making good financial decisions or anything like that. I mean, thank you, lizard brain, but I much prefer being a calm, rational being. But still, I suppose by this point, social medias have become quite a staple of the internet and modern life. We have, what is that? Let's just join these all up and see where we're at. Slap this together. Like, I kind of think that on one hand, having technology and the internet, it is an amazing boon. But on the other hand, there is, it sometimes makes me wonder if, no, I do think that overall, the internet, technologies like it, have been overall a better thing than they have been a bad thing. 1, 2, 3, there we go. Because you don't, the interconnectivity and the freedom of information that is available is by far a much bigger plus, although the need to be able to weed out information that is now required is so much larger than what used to be, or at least it's changed form. Like, back when it was, yes, you go to the public library, you get out a book, and then that's that. Nowadays, it's, yes, congratulations. You have the Karens, you have the anti-vaxxers, you have all of these different sites, and they give you all sorts of conflicting views, and then if you are not research inclined, you gotta sift through all of that to try and figure out what is the most like the truth in all of that. And sometimes, for those that aren't research inclined, it's too much. And they walk away being pulled this way and that, with too many views being thrust at them. And it's just like, oh my goodness. Can you just chill? And it can be frustrating, because if you talk to someone like that, can we get through there again? I think we're going on a trip. We went on a trip to the wrong place. Oh my goodness, that looks amazing. Wait. Let's just see it in shaders for a moment. Oh. Let's just take a screenshot of that. Okay, we're good. And so, when people basically end up getting frustrated and twisted up, I can't help but wonder, like, are you frustrated because of what you're seeing outside of social media, or are you being frustrated because of what's actually being shown on your homepage on a regular basis? Because it's just like, you're pretty frustrated. And it's not exactly logic that you're spewing at me. And, like, can we get up there? There we go. Perfect. That being said, you can sometimes get... Wait, we need to go back down. We failed in our planning of this. Hey, cows. Can we just appreciate these emo cows for a moment, though? Where's a better view of you? There we go. Excuse me. Aren't they adorable? What? You blinked? It blinked! You saw that, right? It blinked. What? Okay. Sidetrack over. Blinking emo cow blinked. You need probably about that many? So, when you have... What subject were we on again? I think we probably said enough on that. But having stuff like that happen, I think... Also with the amount of information freely available, like, I think it also tips the scale from, like, local news. You're able to see both the good and the bad that's happening versus the adage of bad news sells. Bad news gets shared around so much easier. And so everybody hears about when someone gets hurt, someone gets put in a bad way or anything like that. But it's so much harder to share about the fact that it's someone's birthday or anything like that. I mean, here's something weird. So our country had a tornado. I imagine for America, it was like an itty-bitty, doesn't even make the local news tornado. And you want to know how our country went and dealt with it? They did a news article on how to spot tornadoes. And they walked away from the article going, yes, you spot tornadoes because they're a skinny column of spinning air. That is what a tornado is. A tall, skinny column of spinning air. Thank you, Civil Defense. I really appreciated that national news broadcast on how to spot a tornado. How else would you spot a tornado? Actually, honestly, I'm not sure how else you'd spot a tornado. Maybe it's raining? Actually. Hi, Daniel. How you going? We're busy working on the roof. Just a moment. We need to get some more in-stone slabs and we'll be able to see the roof. And basically, so that's the roof and how it looks. We're almost finished this building. And basically, yeah, it looks great. And basically, in the news broadcast, we were also told, don't go out and see if you can stand in it. Don't go out and photograph it. Just go inside. Also, if you can't go inside, go lay down in a ditch. I'm not sure how helpful this is. But after seeing all of these American things where the tornado's like miles across and stuff like that, it's just like, wait, is this even helpful? Do tornadoes... What? Does a New Zealand tornado even count as a tornado? Is it just like a whirlwind? So, I'm not sure. I think we just get baby tornadoes here. Because I've never heard of a tornado coming to New Zealand before. All we get is floods. So it's just like, I don't know. But I think that tops the silliness level of broadcasts for New Zealand this year. But then again, I don't really watch the news on a regular basis. It's just like, oh well. Are you kidding me? We still don't have enough? Okay. New plan. We are going to turn all of this into slabs. Boom. There we go. So basically, if this isn't enough for our roof, then we are going to have to go hard mode and use up all of this, because if this isn't enough, then we are pretty much at our wit's end. Because if this isn't enough, then I'm going to cry, because we went out and dug up all of this, and that will be very sad. I just don't know. I just don't know. And we'll be out of roof. Also, after we've done the roof, we can finally hang up lanterns. Not lanterns, a chandelier. Using lanterns. But I think it'll be good, because we can use the gold, what's the word? The gold chains. Which were added by Charm, I believe. It was either Charm or Create. Bum, bum, bum. But Charm and Create are integrated pretty heavily in with each other, so it's a good question there. Bum, bum, bum. Perfect. And I... Thanks. Wait, is that 4 blocks wide? Why is that 4 blocks wide? We don't want this to be 4 blocks wide. That's... No, 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 no. We do not want 4 blocks wide here. We have miscalculated again. I swear, every time I think that we've figured out how wide something is supposed to be, something comes up and it just messes things up. Okay, that's supposed to be there. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That goes there. Okay. Now I think we got it. Perfect. Bum, bum, bum. Brilliant. And I'm kind of thinking, after we do this, we hit the potions factory. Because once we get the potions factory, we can have infinite gunpowder. And when we have infinite gunpowder, we can have infinite... all the important things. The fireworks and the explosions. And life will be great. We can explode things and we can fly. And that is the perfect combination. Because... ooh. Although, I've just realised something. We are going to be needing a whole bunch of gold. So, we're also going to be needing a gold farm. So we're going to be needing that pretty lickety-split because of what we're building the things around here with. So maybe we do that next instead of the potions farm. And for that, we're going to need magma. And if we're getting magma, we may as well mine up a whole bunch of netherite while we're at it. I mean, I'd be sad to see the diamond drip go. But we could get some cool tools. Eh? Eh? I think that sounds like a plan. Yeah? Oh, oh, oh. We could totally go with some diamond drip. Oh. I mean, if we went with some diamond drip, I mean some netherite tools, not diamond drip. We've already got the diamond drip. We don't need to worry about diamond drip. If we went with diamond tools, then we'd be able to have a much easier time of clearing things out. It would make life so much easier. Because we wouldn't be stopping to repair things so often. Bum, bum, bum. Speaking of which, it's the sleeping time. Oh, it's also raining. Yes. You can't stop me in V-Rising. You can't stop me here. I will have all the potions. What do you mean there are monsters nearby? There are no monsters nearby. It's not supposed to be monsters. Where are the monsters? What? No. Oh dear. I swear, this is starting to turn into something that is turning me into... This is turning me into... Oh. Like, I'm kind of thinking that I want to stream on occasion V-Rising or Raft or something, because it's got a similar vibe to this. Like, with the building and stuff. It's just a little bit different. But I think I'd rather do it on Twitch. Because, like, it means that the channel keeps everything the same. Or maybe on a different channel. And just as, like, I don't know, a Thursday night or a Saturday night treat? Or something? Like a once a week treat? Or maybe twice a week? Something like that? Oh, wait. I'd have to make it round everything else. I don't know. I think it would be fun. And I'm not sure how I'd work it either. But, like, stream one game for 1 month and then another game for another month, and I think it would be pretty cool. Or maybe I would do it here. I don't know. It's a thought process. And it's been just sitting there. Maybe a later time. There we go. And we are almost there. We almost have a completed building. Oh, this is great. Like, I think, personally, when it comes to, like, I've been watching a Chinese period drama called Legend of Haolan. It's based in the Warring States area. There we go, we can English. And one, the costumes are amazing. And two, it's based off of a real person. Because Haolan is... let me get my facts straight for a moment. Was based off an Empress Dowager of... She was made Empress Dowager posthumously. And she started out as just a regular nobleman's daughter. Again, ancient China didn't really account to much. And then she, through events, she ended up being a concubine to a businessman who was he had aspirations with a capital A. So he went and they worked together, and through events ended up in the imperial palace of the area, because this being the Warring States period of China, ended up we are out of items. Okay. Seriously. You know, I was busy talking about having the underestimation of how much you'd need earlier today, and I did not expect it would come and bite me in the bum. So, basically, Haolan and Li Buwei, I think his name was, is the dude that brought her. I don't know if these are the real historical names or whatever, but like, I've done a little bit of reading on it, but not much. And basically, they work it out together that they want to get in with the emperor, because Li Buwei wants to be the richest businessman in all the land. And not only that, he wants to make it so that he never has to worry about money ever. So, his goal is to become not only a businessman, but a nobleman. And to do that, he decides that his best bet is to join the imperial court. We're looking for torches right now. I hope we find some. We can make some. This is even better. It'll join the masses of torches that are somewhere around here. So basically, they get an in with the court, but unfortunately, in this dramatization, at the very least, Haolan has been, because of her half-sister's machinations, has basically become an untouchable woman. And so there is just problems at every turn, and her sister wants to kill her. Plain and simple. Okay, I think we have done this roof. Our roof is complete. We can remove this. We also need to put in that. Okay. Near the what? Near the what? Yes, warped. Warped block. Can we slip it in? Aha! We have a finished roof and a finished ceiling. Go have a look. So, basically, they get in with the Emperor by moseying up to basically a neighboring state's hostage, who is a prince of the state. And the prince of the state's like, oh yeah, you guys are nice. You do know I'm not of any political value, right? And Haolan's like, yeah, but you're cute. And basically, her and this dude are like, yeah, we like each other. We also understand the fact that it's not actually going to amount to much, because one, I'm not actually going to be able to say anything, and you're a prisoner of war. So they sort of decide that, yeah, we can just make goo-goo eyes at each other. I can't believe I've managed to make this off-center. Oh my goodness. This is one block off-center. Okay, I'm going to fix this between streams, because this is not on. Oh, why is there always something that's one block off-center? Oh my goodness. So, Haolan and this dude are just like, yeah, we like each other. But she's got a real case of the Cinderella syndrome, because she's got an evil stepmother, an evil sister, a dad who won't do anything. She's got it all. And basically, her sister tries to get her killed multiple times. And on the last time, we're looking for rails. Gold rails. On the last time, did we leave them outside? She gets, well, her sister tries to get her to end up being, what would be, ritually sacrificed, I suppose would be the word. And so Haolan's like, fine. If you want to play that way, I'll play that way too. And she works with Libue and the royal hostage. And they make it so that where is the other rails? We have Hey Jones. And they organize it so that they spoof the Emperor into believing that she went off to the heavenly realm and talked with the gods, and then came back and brought with her a fruit from the royal god's tree to basically gift him long life and all sorts of health benefits. However, we need to come down a bit. Slap that there. Then we're going to go like this and like this. So we're getting some light, but not much right now. And then we're coming down. However, the Emperor is like, oh, now that I get a good look at you, you're actually kind of cute. I want to buy you and put you in my royal harem. And the Empress is like, wait, no, I don't want you to do this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make you my handmaiden. So the Empress goes ahead and makes her handmaiden. There we go. We have a nice chandelier for the room. And from there, she goes ahead and joins the royal handmaidens, and shenanigans go on from there. Because her sister also is in the palace. Because life is not kind, and you don't get to run away from nasty sisters in this. Can we hang one from there? That'll mean we'll be able to get rid of that. And so, in being able to run away from nasty sisters is not a happening event, the fact of the matter happens that basically her sister still keeps trying to kill her, and she keeps coming out on top. Can we? Let me put the lantern up, please. Thank you. So, with all of that happening, they slowly climb the ranks. And it gets to the point where the hostage guy ends up being in a position where he can go, you're cute. Can I marry you? And she's like, you know what? That's actually a better option than anything else that's been happening. Yes, please do so. And she ends up, through all sorts of other things, becoming Imperial Consort, I believe is the word. And that is her story. And I believe we have that entire side lit up safely, right? Let's just try this out and knock out a few torches. Like, I don't think we need that one, because that's all lit up. And if we remove that one and that one... Oh, this area is just a little bit dark, so we'll need to put in, like a bench or something. Like if we went like so, and then slapped one of these on, that should do it, right? And yeah, that's basically her story. Oh, right, how she ended up Empress Dowager. So, the Imperial hostage ended up becoming the Emperor of the area. And then from there were still wars and things like that happening. And basically, she ended up... if we put a cartography table in that corner, that would look cool. She ended up being a well-trusted advisor or something like that. I forget because the first time I watched it, it was a long time ago, and the translations were bad. This time around, I'm not up to that area yet. But she ended up deciding that it was a good idea not to really outlive him. So let's just sort this out and see what we've got going on here. Let's put one of these over there, yeah? So she ended up living just a little short while after the news of the royal hostage guys passing, because she was like, oh no, I know I'm not a particularly popular woman. I've done what I needed to do. Those books don't look great there, so we're going to remove them. So I'm actually going to just end my story here rather than going on to being a less popular lady than I already am. But yeah, her story was rather what's the word? I can't believe it's only been like an hour and a half, hour and 3/4, hour and oh no, it's almost 2 hours. What? Don't tell me, are there spiders on the roof? Wait. Oh, there are top slabs on the roof. Oh no. This is not good. Oopsie daisies. I believe that with the roof being like this, oh yeah, because the roof's like this, we're going to have problems with things spawning on the roof. This is, oh no. Okay, I think this is probably going to just have to be like this. I don't think, we're just going to have to live with it. And if we go and remove the fanciness that isn't supposed to be there, like we could come along and make it a... What is happening here? We could come along and make it less spawnable by adding fanciness, going like sort of like this and then putting a lantern on. Lantern? But I think that's a bit garish. And I think that kind of defeats the whole look of the build. So I think we're just going to have to deal with the stripes of spawnability. Okay. Our next task. Because I don't think that moving the staircase over by 1 block is an on-stream thing. That's an off-stream thing, I think. So if we go ahead and... Which cow backpack do we need? We have so many cow backpacks. One. We have lost the cow backpack. We're looking for the cow backpack that is full of the create stuff, because that has... Is it this one? Yeah. Okay. So we need... We need all of these. We need that. We need... I think we've got that, but we've find... I lost the other stuff. This is possibly not good. Because basically what we're doing is we're replacing the windmill over here. So if we've lost the other stuff, we may be in trouble. Let's have a look. Oh no, we're good. We actually have everything. This is amazing. Okay, let's pop up and see how we're going. So this... Wait, what's happening here? Because this plugs into there, right? Yep, that plugs into there. Then we turn this around. So that's pointing upwards. Then we take a windmill bearing. And we slap that on. And then we go nuts with these. Probably. Maybe. It's all good. If we can make them face the right way. Aha! There we go. Perfect. I do appreciate the fact that we can do that. So basically what these are doing is they're making us make this whole thing work. And this is only going to be temporary because what's eventually going to happen is we're going to make this entire thing lava fueled. And we can have a steam engine. And hopefully that'll mean that we'll be able to get rid of a lot of the windmills that are dotted about the place. Because at the moment we've got several windmills that are just in really awkward positions and aren't really ideal to be just running about. Let's just turn that on. So that means that everything is hunky-dory, doing its thing. Let's turn that off. Let's turn that down. Nope, that's too much. 64? 64 works. Okay, so we have the windmills doing their thing, doing the twisty thing. Okay, so now comes the part where we get to build everything. And this is the footprint that we are keeping. We're going to have 2 bits out this way that we are going to be needing. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4. If we go to here and then go 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? That's right? No. 4. So that's the extension of what's happening out the back. So if we go 3 for our walkway, our required walkway area. There we go. Those are the words that we want. And then we need a little shoppy bit out the front. Maybe something like that. And then we also need a walkway around here. Because we're going to need to be putting in... What's it called? Netherrack into here. What are we on? Oh, the treadmill. Right. And I'm thinking that we'll also put in an item vault. Oh, we could just slap in one of these and one of those and make it like just go wiggle wiggle through. And then I figure this whole thing can come out to about here. And then if we just follow this along, and we go boop. There we go. So that's going to be our general footprint of the build. Perfect. And I figure for most of it, we can build it 1 block off the ground with... Oh, we could have a deep slate floor now that I think about it. Let's just put most of this back. Because with it being, what's the word? factory type build, it doesn't actually need to be posh looking. So we can go ahead and we can dot just some of this around, and that'll give us a sort of meandering look, and then we can add other bits of deep slate tights. That'll help. And it's okay to have this sunk into the floor, I think. Just as long as we keep within the bounds of what we're actually planning on doing. And remember that we've actually got things coming through here that we're going to be moving about. Because if we do forget about that, then we're going to be ending up with the problem. But that's a future spelling problem. Because we can just rip up the floor. And ripping up the floor is always okay. Boop, boop, boop. One there. That looks good. Then we can come through and add some more. And what this does is it just makes it look a little bit more chill. And as long as we remember to place underneath all of these, I think we'll be good. And we'll also need to remember that we're putting in chests. And while we don't have any chests now, we will have chests later. So that is a future spelling problem, but present spelling kind of needs to think about it. Can we squeeze this one? Here we go. Perfect. And we can kind of turn off the this for now, just so that we don't have to hear it. So if we go ahead and we just dot some of this, so that sort of starts the idea of what we want. And basically, if we just continue dotting it, that will eventually build into the whole style of this build. Because this build isn't exactly going to be very build. It's just going to be a chill littler build where we're going to be able to come in, we're going to fill up our potions, and we're going to just let it rip. Hopefully not too seriously. And hopefully very effectively. I mean, it'd be rather cool if we're actually able to have it all in one place. But I don't think it's actually going to work. Okay. Oh, that... Every time I see that staircase, it's actually bugging me now. I mean, we could rip it up. We absolutely could rip that staircase up now. It's just sitting there taunting us. No one would notice if we ripped it up. I'm sure it would be fine if we ripped it up, right? Okay, now what we need is to remove these. These are in the wrong place. Okay. And then, because now that we've got this, we actually have, I think, about 2 stacks of pre-oxidized copper, which is really good. Because now that we've got that, it means it'll be so much easier to do it in the future. Because it gives us a little bit of a backlog. Not much, just a little bit. That we've now lost. I'm sure it's here somewhere. Oh no. Oh no. Maybe it's up here? I'm not entirely sure. We found the copper, we're fine. Okay. Right. Now we need Is it in here? Yeah. I'm sure we have deep slate somewhere. Aha! There we go. So if we make one of these, some of this. Which one is it? The polished deep slate. We need the polished deep slate. And then one of these, some of these. I think we should be enough to do the entire floor and have it look good. Because we really don't need any more tiles, but everything else, that we do need. And that should do it. Yeah, there we go. Just enough so that we actually get a decent spread of black sort of mix. Because if you just have a black floor and it's the same everywhere, that's good in some cases, but in other cases it's really bland. And especially when you're doing industrial rooms that are not supposed to be modern, I think personally it's better to have a textured floor down. But again, it's always better to go with your own gut, personally speaking. Here we go. Perfect. Because if you decide to go with your own gut, then you're able to be more proud of your own choices, I think, in the long run. Although, once I figure out who has been going and colouring outside the lines like this, I'm going to have words with them, because that's not where the words! Where they're supposed to be. And that is too many pieces of cobbled deep slate. Boom. Here we go. Lovely. If we go and break out some more of the tiles, there doesn't actually look like there's many tiles around here, so we can add some more of those. Although we are going to have problems with the water cylinder later, but that is a future problem. Who cares? There we go. And one thing that would actually make this better is if we cracked some of these, but that's too much like hard work. I don't feel like it. It's too much effort. Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Here we go. Brilliant. Da-dum-bum. So I'm kind of thinking that we will hit and pop those there. That is too much in one place. So if we remove that and we actually go ahead and we put some of that in, that there and that there. Okay, we got a floor. And for there, I think some of this. Okay. This look like a floor? That means that only really got over here. Some there. Slap that down. And that. Brilliant. There. And with that, I believe we can call it done. And I think we will leave this build for next time with its lovely floor and everything else. And I will say goodbye. Enjoy your time. Enjoy your day, night, evening, wherever you are at. See you.